Good morning, students. Welcome to online classes. Students, today we are going to read chapter 2, that is theme 2, Kings, Farmers and Towns, from book 1, that is theme 1. Students, today under this theme we are going to cover the following topics. First one, back to basics. Under this we are going to read how are inscriptions deciphered, deciphering Brahmi script, how Kharosthi was read, historical evidence from inscriptions, the limitations of inscriptional evidence. So these are the topics which you are going to cover, students. So listen carefully. How are inscriptions deciphered? So far, students, we have been studying excerpts. So many excerpts are given in your textbook. So far we are reading the excerpts from inscriptions amongst other things. But how do historians find out what is written on them? Now, deciphering Brahmi. Students, Brahmi is one of the ancient script which is mostly and widely used during the period of Ashoka. Clear? So most scripts used to write modern Indian languages are derived from Brahmi. So all Indian languages are derived from the famous Brahmi language. So Brahmi, the script used in most Ashokan inscriptions. From the late 18th century, European scholars aided by Indian Pandits worked backwards from contemporary Bengalian Devanagari. Okay, Devanagari scripts, or I can say manuscripts, comparing the letters with older specimens. Scholars who studied early inscriptions sometimes assumed these were in Sanskrit, although the earliest inscriptions were in fact in Prakrit language. It was only after decades of painstaking investigations by several epigraphists. Here, epigraphists means what? Those who study the inscriptions. That James Prinsep was able to decipher Ashokan Brahmi script in 1838. So James Prinsep, you have studied, an official who used to work in the mint factory in East India Company. He deciphered the Ashokan Brahmi script in 1838. Clear? Now listen, students. Once again I repeat. Most scripts used to write modern Indian languages are derived from Brahmi script. From the late 18th century, European scholars aided by Indian Pandits worked backwards from contemporary Bengalian Devanagari. Scholars who studied early inscriptions sometimes assumed these were in Sanskrit, although the earliest inscriptions were in fact in Prakrit. It was only after decades of painstaking investigations by several epigraphists that James Prinsep was able to find out Ashokan Brahmi in 1838. Now, our second topic is how Kharosthi was read. How this Kharosthi, another script, is to read. The script used in inscriptions in the northwest finds of coins of Indo-Greeks. I repeat, the script used in inscriptions in the northwest finds of coins of Indo-Greek kings who ruled over the area from 2nd to 1st century BC. have facilitated the matters. These coins, these coins contain the names of kings written in Greek and Kharosthi scripts. Later, Prakrit was identified on it. Now, another topic, historical evidence from inscriptions. So, what are the historical inscriptions from inscriptions? Devam Priya, or I can say Devam Piya, often translated as beloved of gods. Devam Piya, often translated as beloved of gods, and Piyadasi, or pleasant to behold. Already we have studied. After examining all these inscriptions and finding that they match in terms of content, style, language, and paleography, epigraphists have concluded that they were issued by the same rulers. Now, next topic, the limitations of inscriptional evidence. Sometimes there are technical limitations to both epigraphists and historians. Sometimes there are technical limitations. Letters are very faintly engraved, and thus reconstructions are uncertain. Since the letters are faintly engraved, which results in what? Reconstructions are uncertain. Besides, it is also easy to be sure about the exact meaning of the words used in inscriptions. Although several thousand inscriptions have been discovered, not all have been deciphered. All scripts have not yet deciphered, published and translated. So these are the limitations, students. So this is the end of today's topic. Hope you all understood these topics. Now thank you. Have a nice day.